this week's topic on Find Your Coach is empowering the specially abled.
Every time I hear my students paying tax, that makes me humble. That makes me happiness. Empowerment is always most important, and economic empowerment is very crucial. I didn't know what my future is going to be, and I also didn't know that I will be able to do something like this, not only for myself and for people like me. I would like to give credit to all of them who have directly, indirectly contributed to my journey. Even I still, when I go to Doordarshan, people identify me. Sir, yak barta illa? Attracting international people coming to India, spend their money here and contribute for our economic growth. Like Tata's always said, whatever we get from the society, more should go back to them. Continue to empower more and more. Don't stop. Reach the last person in the country. Probably once you touch that, don't stop only to India. There are many other countries.
Oh, they don't have a blind men and women cricket team?
They don't have.
And we have it.
We have. The very minute we took the responsibility, we decided to create a world-class winning cricket team. Everybody likes winners. Everybody likes successful people. And former captain Ajay Reddy got Arjuna Award this year. One of the first blind to get this award. And earlier captain had received Padma Shri. And in 2017, madam, very interesting story.
Heli sir.
ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿ, she was a volunteer, and she met quite a few people, and one of them, I think they started talking to each other and they liked each other. The boy is from South Africa, and they decided to get married, and they are a happy married couple now.
Wow.
So cricket boundary illa.
Illa nimma cricket bagge nimma the love towards cricket is also taking you places and also expanding that love across borders.
Yes. So cricket take me places, I take cricket to places.
Wonderful. The equation is perfect.
So it is my larger than life, I say.
Yes.
Yeah, if it is my life is there, it is larger than that for me. So cricket ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಧರ್ಮ. So అందರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಟ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಗೇಮ್. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಟಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅಂದರಿಗೆ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದಾಗಿಂದನು ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಜಾನಪ್ರಿಯ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರಿದ್ರು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ರೆಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳೋರು. ಆವಾಗ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ನನಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಮುಂದೆನೇ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರೋದು, ರೇಡಿಯೋಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ. ಆ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಬೆಳೆದವನು ನಾನು. ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 1990ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಧರಿಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆರಂಭ ಆಯಿತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 4 ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಮಟ್ಟದ ಪಂದ್ಯಾವಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆಡಿ ಏನು ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಪಡಿಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ 1998ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಥಮ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಪ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಆವಾಗ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಲಿದ್ದೆ. 2010ರಿಂದ ಭಾರತದ ಅಂಧರ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ನನಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಗೇಶ್ಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥನಂ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿ ಅಂಧರ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ನ ನಡೆಸೋ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಆರಂಭದಿಂದಲೂ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ತಂಡವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕನ್ನೋ ಹುರುಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಸೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೀಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. 2012ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಪ್ರಥಮ T20 ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಪ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಸೋಲಿಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಪ್ T20ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಡಿಗೆ ಏರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಗೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದ್ದು, ಗೆಲ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ. 3 T20, 2 ODI ಮತ್ತು 1 ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ಶಿಪ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು ಗೆದ್ರೆ, ಹುಡುಗಿರು ನಾವೇನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರ ತಂಡ ನಾವು 2019ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ. 2023ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಧರ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ತಂಡವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. ಹೋದ ವರ್ಷ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಆಯಿತು ಬರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ಹ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸೋಲಿಸಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ತಂದುಕೊಟ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು. ಸೊ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಕಲಚೇತನರಿಗೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಅಂಧರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳು ಬಂದಿವೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಆಟಗಾರರಿಗೆ 3 ಲಕ್ಷ ಅಂದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಹಾಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯನೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೂ, ಅದೊಂದು ನಮಗೆ ನೋವಿದೆ. ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒರಿಸ್ಸಾ ಮತ್ತು ಕೇರಳ, ಆಂಧ್ರದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಮನವಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮುಂದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೇ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಜಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಟನ್ ಅಜಯ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಬಂತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಶೇಖರ್ ನಾಯಕನಿಗೆ ಪದ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಬಂತು. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಜಯರಾಮ ಅಂತ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಹುಡುಗ, ಅವನಿಗೆ 2017ರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊರತಂದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಗೌರವ, ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಸಿಗುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಕೀರ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಭಾರತದ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಬಯಲಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ನ ಗೆದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ತಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ.
ಮಹಾಂತೇಶ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮುಗಿಯಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ಸಮರ್ಧನಂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸಮರ್ಧನಂ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಏಬಲ್ಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಥಾಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂತು? ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ?
So 1994-5-6 when we were organizing a cricket tournament for our people, ನನ್ನ ಗೆಳೆಯ, ಬಾಲ್ಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತ ನಾಗೇಶ್, childhood friend, schoolmate. So he always was first in sports, like I was first in education. I never saw him getting silver, always gold. So ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳು, ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. ನಮಗಾದಂಥ ಸವಾಲುಗಳು, ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ our friends who stopped studying after 10th, who were equally or more brilliant than us, just because our family support ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. I think we were moved by such stories, such situations. I think hearing all those stories, we felt we should do something and address this issue at a very large level. So we needed a platform and we created that platform.
ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಅಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್? ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಪಥಿ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ವಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ಬಿಗರ್. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಹಂಗೋಗಿ ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಷ್ಟಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗ್ ನೀವು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಂದ, ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದೂ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು, ಲೈಕ್ ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟು ಈವನ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕುಡ್ ಡೂ in the process of making it so big?
Yeah, we started very, very small, just with 3 children.
Okay.
And you heard that every step is a challenge. So for people who can't see, without knowing where we are putting our foot is a challenge.
Okay.
But as you said, to build an organization, to start an organization, very many challenges. Every step we had to encounter, handle challenges. There are people who are jealous of you, there are detractors. They pose more challenges. Never say die spirit. Come what may, we must do it, is what we always had. And Samarthanam is a very proactive, progressive organization. You will encounter more challenges. Yeno hengo madkondu hogona, if you just decide to stay very organically, you will not encounter many challenges. But we are very enterprising, aggressive, investment driven. And we go out rather than staying expecting people to come to you. We go to people. So there are hundreds and thousands of challenges, starting from the organization, motivating kids to come to you, motivating institutions, college-going children to go to college, admissions, and we run hostels for girl children. You can imagine how hard it is. Yes. Fortunately, I would like to mention we have a very dedicated, devoted trustee, Madam Vasanthi. She's like a mother to me personally and to the organization. She is very, very committed from the beginning, 27 years. So we have such committed trustees and volunteers who have helped me personally, helped Samarthanam to address any challenge.
Wow.
Tumba challenges. When you organize events, you know how hard. Permissions, last minute permissions, sometimes no permissions. Still you have to do because you are committed.
Yeah.
You have to find a way. You can't give up.
Okay.
So like Churchill, Winston Churchill was asked to talk once in a school. He had almost become too old. He could only speak, never give up. That's all. So I remember that. And chess allu kuda adavaga neevu, I never withdraw game.
Okay.
Till checkmate, I will never stop. Even having with one pawn, you can win the game. So I look at all my possible resources like arms and ammunitions to handle and address the challenges. So Samarthanam, just to talk a little about Samarthanam, it's a 27-year young organization. I never feel it is old. And I never want Samarthanam to be old. Even after 1,000 years, it should be 1,000-year young organization. So we are close to 700 full-time workforce.
Wow.
I don't know how many children are getting directly benefited, indirectly benefited. At least some 30, 40,000 children are getting benefited at any given point of time across India. So we are not struck with one disability, one program, one location. We are across disability and no disability. Who is disabled? People who need help. If they can't get help timely, they are disabled. So whoever has any challenge, as you were mentioning, children are around Samarthanam, they all come to Samarthanam to study, children of maids, single parents. So they are definitely disabled. I never felt my blindness a disability because my family could give me everything. So right time, right support will enable you. That's what Samarthanam believes in. So having 16 centers across in all major cities, we have our own offices. And we want to touch 1 million lives by 2030. That is our ambition. And some of the major verticals we have is education at various levels, starting from primary to post-graduation. And we have helped students to go abroad and study. Second most important project we have is skilling. Employment is empowerment, as you rightly said. So we believe in making our people with different disability employment ready. So just because they are disabled, it doesn't mean that they can't work. They are a potential workforce. So we train them to work on certain skills, like computer skills, soft skills, and spoken English. If you have these three, you can do most of the job. And third most important intervention of Samarthanam is sports and cricket for the blind. We strongly believe sports is the biggest enabler. It can empower in a very big way. Cricket I already spoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and other sports also we support.
Okay.
Fourth most important activity of Samarthanam is performing arts.
Wow.
So talent has no boundaries, no bounds. Any person has some talent, and people with different disability are capable of performing arts. We have amazing singers who are visually challenged. We have dancers who are visually impaired and hearing impaired. And we have artists with other challenges also. And performing arts, we are inaugurating Art Center, a state-of-the-art auditorium, and also art therapy for intellectually challenged children. So, and this auditorium will provide stage of international standard for people with different challenges. Anybody can come and perform, have an experience, so that they can become professional artists.
Sir, kudos to you for even imagining, because bare minimum education is a challenge for a person with any kind of disability. And here you are bringing up a world-class theatre, world-class equipment for them to perform, to learn. And this is something beyond a dream, actually.
I think I should really compliment those who believed in us and invested, donated money to us to build such international standard infrastructure. Because as you rightly said, just education is so hard. So if people have believed in us, corporates have believed in us, governments have believed in us, hats off to them. And we also work heavily on solid waste management, environment, because I feel it is everybody's responsibility to protect our Mother Earth. So ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಮರ್ಥನಂ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಂಪನಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ, ಹೌಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ, ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ motivate ಮಾಡಿ, we tell them reduce, reuse and recycle. So ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 35 ವಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಈಗಲೂ ಒಂದು 5-6 ವಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. And every month, at least some 100 tons of dry waste we collect and send it for recycling.
Wow.
So this has not only helped us contribute for environment, it has also created employment, and it also generates some revenue to Samarthanam. So it's a multidimensional program.
Wonderful. And also responsibility within the community also, right?
Correct.
Definitely.
And technology, madam, we believe strongly in technology. Because today's world, if you are not technically qualified, technologically literate, you are illiterate. So we all use computers, smartphones. That keeps you connected to the rest of the world, and that keeps you in pace with the rest of the world. You are not left behind. That has helped us to get a lot of jobs. That has helped us to get our students perform extremely well in the
And not only academics, sir, I think you are really passionate, so you have incorporated in your organizational functioning too.
Correct.
So when did that change come to you, and how did you enact all that?
Yes, in 1999, when I got chance to go to UK and US, though I went to UK in 1986, avagale sumaru alli developments ella nodi I was fascinated. That is another turning point. Probably alli hodaga I realized opportunities estella ide ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ. So technology I saw in America and England in 1999 and felt why not we do it in our country also. We always have the habit of telling, wow, that country is so great, they have so much. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. We have more than anybody. It is only that will, that interest and the intention and want to do, just do it is needed. So technology is the biggest enabler. I always tell, technology makes things easy for you all. It makes possible for us. So we love technology. So yeah. And women empowerment, we believe strongly in women. Imagine the plight of a disabled girl born in a village to a poor family. She's 4 times disabled. So if we can empower them, that's where you are making a difference.
That population is actually mostly neglected.
Mostly neglected. They are treated worse than animals because they don't bring any economic value. They can't get them married, so they don't treat them at all. So we bring such kids to Samarthanam. We give them best of the facilities. We don't compromise on any. Why? Because donors. It's all supporters who come forward and part their hard-earned money, and they see what we are doing and feel happy what Samarthanam has done. And you being our own neighbor, you would have seen what Samarthanam has been in the last several years. So interacting with people like you, interacting with corporates and working with people who are educated, they get to share a lot of their learnings, their experience, which has been an integral part of Samarthanam's growth.
And also a lot of not completely abled people are the staff too. It's not like everybody working in Samarthanam are having all their senses absolutely fine. No.
Absolutely.
And how are you able to manage that part of the organizational structure and the everyday activities?
So we walk the talk. So we always believe what you want to say, practice what you preach, right? So out of 700 full-time workforce Samarthanam has, around 34% of the workforce are persons with different disability. 40% are women. Wow. So if we have a successful model, we can tell corporates and others to hire our people. And we also tell people who are working in Samarthanam who are disabled, it is just an entry point. You should always look at going out and getting some other job so that we can keep employing some of the disabled people.
Yes. That vision is really like amazing, sir.
So we celebrate attrition. So if someone gets another good job, we don't feel sad. We celebrate it.
That's commendable.
Yes.
And regarding the jobs, you train skilling and employment scheme over 25,000 students every year.
Correct.
And more than 70% of them are placed, which surpasses the regular success rate. How are you able to even do this?
So our solid relationship with corporates and our connection along with them, their confidence, those who have hired our people, they're happy. The way our people have worked there and have performed, So this has really made us different than many other organizations. And my team's commitment, they keep organizing job fairs after job fairs. In the last 3 years, we have organized around close to 200 job fairs.
Wow.
Yeah, and we could get around 30,000 jobs in different companies. So around 500 to 600 employers are listed with us. We have a database of 600 employers.
Sir, what are those numbers? It's unbelievable. Amazing.
So all, you name it, madam, they are there in our database. Could be big IT companies, 4 big audit companies, or even retail outlets, and the hotel, hospitality industries, hospitals. We have placed people everywhere. Governments, they are not left any area. So, because I always tell, we are not untouchable to anybody. You should also not spare anybody. You should just go and touch everybody.
Yeah, you have definitely been a strong advocate of helping people from all kind of oppressions, and social development is something you have been enforcing on your team and on your people and on the students. So I think, what are the biggest challenges in that process of thinking?
There is no challenge in thinking, but implementing, yes, there are many challenges, because making others also align to your thoughts.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yes, we may think too grand and too big, may not be very practical. But if you don't think, if you don't talk, it won't happen.
True.
So you got to think, you got to talk, and then only you can make things happen. So the challenges is the skill gap, madam. Major challenges, because people with different disability come from a very, very rural, humble background, limited education, low exposure. So employers' demands are too much, because they expect people to be skilled, people to be qualified, should have very good communication skills, and very well trained, well behaved. So addressing that skill gap is what we address. We train our students, and when they come to job fairs and all, where we identify the gaps in them, bring them to our training centers and provide those training. And building that infrastructure, because we can't build infrastructure overnight. Infrastructure is not very friendly. So whether it is technology or the physical infrastructure, the mobility, there are many such challenges. And the visually impaired, everybody tells they are very compassionate for blind people, but when it comes to giving jobs, they are very reluctant.
Yes.
And always they ask, how will you come? Can you do this? Instead of asking, what are your skills? What all you can do? They always look at what you can't. If only they can look at the cans, you can do attitude. I think that's most important.
I think dismantling the society's beliefs and the myths that has been enforced on us to normally treat with any person with disability in itself is the biggest challenge. And you have been successful in dismantling those thoughts and creating equal opportunities for people. So how you have broken the myths of social beliefs of disabled people are treated in a certain way. So how have you been successful in breaking all those myths, was my question.
So actively be a part of everything what happens around you. So that's one way, because of your disability, it gets easily identified. And if you're very active and if you're proactive, so you automatically dismantle, you erase their thoughts, and your achievements, everybody will start celebrating. So that I followed, believed right from the beginning, right from my school, college days, and even in my family. So I don't keep quiet. So I always tell people, you've got to be proactive, and you accept your disability and mingle with everybody. So don't expect them to take you, don't expect them to ask you. Why don't you ask what you need? Yeah, so that way, so you will become part of what is happening around you.
You have not only been able to create a change, but also been recognized with various awards. Like you got 3 national awards, one NASCAM recognition for social innovation, and also Kuvempu University has honored you with a doctorate. So when so many awards are coming your way, are you really humbled with that they're acknowledging it, or you're like, okay, that's an appreciation and you just move forward? or it actually inspires you and motivates you to go forward?
It really motivates me further because addressing in UN Assembly last year, receiving the doctorate from such a prestigious universities like Kuvempu University Shivamogga and Sri Krishnadevaraya University Anantapur. Kuvempu and Krishnadevaraya are such great people.
Yep.
Universities named after them if you are getting a doctorate. So because I grew up reading about such people.
Yes.
So one, it was a big honor for me personally, and two, great recognition to what we have done, not me, my organization, my team. And three, every such recognition brings additional responsibility in you and increases expectation from people. So we got to keep up with the pace. So I think it's important.
When you have to address the younger crowd, today's generation, most of them succumb to their own fears and see that as a disability. How do you inspire them by saying what their dreams can grow like? And if they want to aspire to be a visionary leader like you, what is your message for them?
Stay fearless and don't give up. Look at what you have rather than what you don't. Like, don't look at your disability. Remove first 3 letters. So only ability will be there. So look at the abilities you have and keep moving, keep marching. If you put one step, there are others who will take you 10 steps forward. So first step has to be from you. And fortunately now the world is very, very compassionate and opportunities are plenty. Technology is there. So never give up and extend your helping hand if you can, make a difference. If you don't give that helping hand, somebody else will do that. So you miss the opportunity of helping someone. Others. Yes. So if you get a chance, just help it.
And 27 years young, your Samarthanam is doing amazing today. What is the vision you have for Samarthanam for the next 27 years or in the near future?
Keep growing, keep doing, never get complacent, keep addressing new challenges and never stay inactive. Like even in COVID, as I was mentioning, we were very, very active. Not even one day we were closed. So address the societal needs and welcome everybody and support wherever you can. And be a very inclusive organization and also stay a very opportunistic. So you look at the opportunities and address the holistic needs of the society and be a very proactive organization, work towards inclusion and become a global brand. So ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಹ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟೇಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲೂ ಡಿಸೇಬಲ್ಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವರ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ನ, ಅವರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಭೆನ ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ರಿಹ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲಿ ಎಂಪವರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೋವನ್ನು ಮರೆತು ಸ್ವಾವಲಂಬಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಬದುಕ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಅನೇಕ ಸಮರ್ಥನ ಮೇಲೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ವಿಮೆನ್ ರಿಹ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೂರಾರು ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಅಂಗವಿಕಲ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂಥವ್ರು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಮರ್ಥನ ಗುರಿ.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what is the message you want to give? I mean, you have corporates already lined up with you and so many trustees and fund raisers are already working with you. But what is the message you want to give normal general people about handling people with a disability and how they can be more inclusive, having them around?
Yeah, join hands with Samarthanam, add whatever way you can. Could be your time, could be your talent, or could be your treasure. All three are most welcome to Samarthanam in the growth path. So because we want to constantly grow and constantly reach out to more, it needs more resources. Could be your human resource, financial resources, and your expertise. All three are much needed. So don't hesitate, don't wait, just join. Let's together make a beautiful society. Let's build a heaven here.
Wonderful. Tumba ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಮಹಾಂತೇಶ್ ಅವರೇ. Your dreams, your vision and your work, everything is absolutely inspiring. I think the work you're doing is something which we cannot describe. It's beyond phenomenal. May God give you the strength and a greater team to expand and keep growing, sir.
Thank you, Archana avare. Bahala santosha aitu. It was a wonderful discussion having with you. And big thanks to Prajavahini publication. And it was nice talking. And my good wishes to everybody.
God bless all of you and thank you so much for your time, sir.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನಿಮಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.